more than likely, I will never date another woman that lives inside the United States of America. It's 50 states and territories, never going to do it again. And the biggest reason why has nothing to do with OnlyFans, nothing to do with body count, nothing to do with any of that crap. It actually has to do with one small thing that most people don't realize is very big. And that's the word manners. And here's what I mean by that. And by the way, it's not just women that have ruined this for me. The reaction and the interaction between men and women have also ruined it for me. Where I'm starting to look at countries like Russia, Ukraine, Germany, Australia, Switzerland, countries in Africa, South America. I'm starting to kind of do some research into the whole passport bro thing because I want to find a woman that's not just, educated. I want to meet a woman that's polite, nice, well-mannered. And one of the biggest issues that we have in the United States of America is people are not, and I'm using people, men, women, or however you want to identify gender-wise, we have a problem of being polite to each other. Okay, so once again, I go to a grocery store yesterday just to pick out some basic stuff, and I go open a door for a young lady because she's got like 3 bags trying to carry by herself with a kid in her arm. And I'm like, oh, that woman needs some help. I go open the door, and all I get is a dirty look. Dead serious. I get a dirty look. I'm trying to be helpful and being polite and try to be polite as a man and not asking for anything in return. But the normal thing to say is, thank you. I appreciate it. And a normal reaction of me after that should be, you're welcome, anytime. That's politeness. And it doesn't matter if they live in the country. It doesn't matter if they live in the city. It doesn't matter if they live in a suburban area, urban area. It doesn't matter what the color of their skin is, their culture, their religion. It doesn't matter. It just seems like everybody has this rotten, nasty, bad attitude if a man does something that's polite. And I'm done with it. Forget all the dating issues I've had, just the everyday interactions. Looking at me as if I'm some sort of like demon or dickhead. Okay, so what? I'm not 6'4" and gorgeous like Brad Pitt. So what? I'm 5'10" and got a dad bod. I work. I have a career. I have a small business to run. I have an e-commerce business to run. I have social media to run. I don't have 6 days a week, 4 hours a day to go into the gym and go get Brad Pitt's body. I'm not going to starve myself to death and do all this creative things that Hollywood stars do to get their bodies in shape. Not going to do that stuff. I got other things to deal with. I got teenage girls. We have, as a society in the United States of America, have broken it down to Stupidville, USA. That's what we are. And now I understand the red pill community. I don't agree with everything the red pill community understands, but I understand it now. Okay? I think a lot of them go about it the wrong way. For me, I don't care about a woman's body count. If her body count was 3,500, it wouldn't matter. If she was polite, nice, sweet, and loyal to me, I'm in. I don't care if she's got an OnlyFans or an adult film star. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. How you make your money is how you make your money. If you're going to be with me, there's got to be some kind of loyalty, and there's got to be some boundaries, and there's got to be some things set. But even then, it's like, how impolite are people? And on the men's side, men don't even go open the door for women anymore because of the situations I'm running into, which has turned them into realistic assholes. So it's like, why am I even trying to date in the United States of America? Maybe this is the time where the United States gets bigger because men exit the country and bring women from abroad here to help fix the politeness problem. Yeah, women can get mad and get nasty with me in the comments and spit all the venom they want. But look, I am not, I've dated women of every color and every culture you can think of. And I've run into the same situation for the last 3 years. Impolite, not willing to just say thank you, not willing to not be argumentative, not willing to sit there and have a conversation and an actual conversation about things. Instead, it's always defensive, 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 defensive. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts. And men don't help things any. Men don't help matters any. And the red pill community makes it worse because instead of talking about it in a more, hey, let's have a conversation piece, they want to go be Lil Wayne and go, hey, I went to pay attention, but attention paid me. And it's like, what the frick is going on here? I've dated a woman that's a country girl. I dated a cowboy girl, impolite, nasty, rude, obnoxious, crazy. How women that were born on farms and raised on farms have been ruined by social media, have been ruined by all this crap on the internet. It's crazy. You would think that women from the inner city that actually know what's going on, have street smarts, have an education both in the school and in the education system and the street smarts, would be more polite and more understanding of what the world is like. Nope, don't work like that either. You would think women that grew up in Hispanic households with traditional Hispanic values would actually be polite, nice, thankful, agreeing. I mean, all that stuff. And they're not. I feel bad for both men and women right now because men and women in the United States, it's almost impossible to get together. And gentlemen, I want you to hear me clearly on this. If you have a woman that is nice, polite, sweet, caring, loving to you, don't you fucking get rid of her. Don't cheat on her. Be loyal to her. Treat her as if she is a prized possession because she will. There's nothing else out there, guys. Now, my kid's mom and I separated for whole different reasons than anybody could think of, okay? We separated over things that have nothing to do with cheating, nothing to do with loyalty, nothing to do with any of that stuff. It's a very long story, and maybe one day I'll get into it. But let me tell you, if there was effort on one side of it, I would have never left her. And she would have never left me. Keep the effort together. Don't go sit on the couch with a freaking lazy boy up and watching football while you're watching her bust her ass cleaning the house. Treat that woman as if she should never have to work or slave in life in her day. Now, it's all teamwork and relationships, but I'm just telling you, man, don't do it because there's nothing else out here. You got a good woman, you keep that ring on her finger and you keep her happy. Do not get out in those streets. Getting out in those streets is stupid. It's dumb. There's nothing out there but impolite, improper, nasty women out there. Keep the one you got if you found one that's absolutely a unicorn. Because right now, any of those things is an absolute unicorn to find. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks.